Good evening to all you wonderful people on social media. I was glad to be with you on this Tuesday evening for our live program, an educational program. This is the Leicester Real Estate and Investment Program. So always glad to have you. So thank you for taking time off your busy schedule to join us today again. At least so we can together learn something about the real estate market. So if you know anybody who thinking about buying or selling, please invite them to join us, or share the link with them. Just share the link with them, or let me know. Put in the link below, and I will definitely reach out to them. So glad to have you, even if you're watching the replay. Thank you also. We appreciate at least watching the replay. But this is an educational program all about educating you about the real estate market, how it operates, how you can be successful in the real estate market, how to go about doing your offer, or how to go about preparing your house for sale. So we touch on different aspects of the real estate world regarding the buying and selling of properties. So this is what it's all about. And also, if you don't have a realtor, I'll be glad to sit and talk with you to let you know at least how the whole thing works. And if you see fit and want to work along with me, I'll be glad to work with you to make sure you find a place that you can call home also. So you can feel free. Today I'm under the weather a little bit, but we still can't afford to miss this program. Want to make sure we get the message out there, try to educate as many persons as possible so they can make an informed decision when they're getting ready to buy or sell their property. So welcome. Glad to have you as always. This is your humble servant, Lester Witherspoon, saying welcome to our program and glad to have you. Today, we'll be talking, our topic for today is, what are the components of a good offer? Because you see, right now we are in a seller's market. We're in a seller's market right now, and you want to know what to do, how to put your offer in the right order so you can make sure you have a winning offer. So what makes a good offer? Now, as I said earlier in some of the previous programs, I told you that as a buyer, it's always good to know what market you are in. It's always good to know whether it's a seller's market or whether it's a buyer's market. Last program, I talked about what a seller's market is and how it operates, and what a buyer's market is and how it operates. So go back, watch the previous recording. You will see I explain exactly what a seller's market look like and how it operates and what a buyer's market look like. So you can check that out. But it's good to know which market you are in. It's very important because each market has its own dynamics. Each market has its own dynamics. And then based on that, you can know how to go about preparing your offer, how to go about presenting your offer, and all that good stuff. So right now, we're in a seller's market. In a seller's market, I mean the sellers are in control. It also means that there is a shortage of inventory on the market. Inventory means there are a shortage of properties on the market for sale. That's what it means. So when it's a seller's market, it's a shortage of properties on the market for sale, and you have a lot of buyers running after few properties. Then the sellers are now in control and become a seller's market. But then, a seller's, like I was talking to one of my colleagues a few minutes ago, and she was telling me she listed the property, I think 3 days ago, she have a listing. She listed it I think the 4th day. And so far, she got 14 offers. 14 offers on one property. She reviewed it today so they can take it to the seller so they can make a decision and move forward. Because she said it just keep coming. It can't stop, Lester. And which is true. When you have a very good property, you ready to prepare your house, put it on the market for sale. You get a lot in a seller market. You get a lot of good offers above asking price at that rate. Yes, you get it. But if you don't prepare your house, you just leave it and put it in the market. So now you stay from spring straight to fall, and nobody will buy. So you got to prepare your property to put on the market for sale. Yeah. So now we're talking about what constitutes a good offer in a seller's market. Now, the first thing you want to do is that you got to make sure the price that you are offering, the price. Now, in a seller's market, you cannot negotiate price. I'm telling you right now, don't even think about negotiating price in seller's market, because they will just take your offer and put it straight in the trash. I mean, it's going straight, they're shredding it. In the garbage, you're going. They will not negotiate during a seller's market. During a seller's market, you want to give your highest and best offer. And 9 out of 10 times, it means above asking price, above the sales price. That's what it means. So you got to first look at the price. Now, if you want to go, if you want to make above asking price, you got to make sure first you're in a position to be able to make that asking price. Are you able? I mean, can your own resources allow you to do that? You know, so you got to make sure you have done your homework. Make sure that you. So right now, you know, and again, the interest rate is going up. So things getting a little stiff right now. Because when the interest rate go up, then that it can become more difficult regarding offer that you make, because that means your mortgage will start increasing. That means you will have to put more money down. Yep. Because I had a client recently, we've been looking for a place, and when the market we're looking for the past 2-3 months, more self. And before we saw some prices that we're seeing now, and he will, according to the lender, he could have put certain amount down were far less. But lately, because the interest rate going up to 5%, according to him, I mean, he had to go to 5% to make sure he get fit for this particular property. He got to put way more down than what he was previously putting down when it was 3%. You see? So that was the guy was telling us. Say right now, given his situation, we have to go up a little, we got to step it up, and so that means we got to put more money down. And he was like, oh no, he was not a happy camper about that. So we're still on the drawing board, trying to negotiate to see why he had to carry it up and look at all the pros and cons and what they have. But the price is very important during a seller's market. You got to make sure you offering a price that will be attractive for the seller to be able to consider your offer. You got to do that. Make sure that it's attractive enough for the seller to consider that offer. Because people coming to that 10,000 above, 15,000, 20,000 above, and they're not looking at people who giving the sales price or below sales price. They're looking for the highest and best they can get. Yeah. So, and then the second thing you want to look at is the kind of loan you're getting in the seller's market. Because when in a seller market, most sellers prefer the conventional loan. So when they get all the offer, the first thing they try to look for, look at the price, look at the kind of loan you got. So if you got conventional loan, then they put it on top, put it on one side, yeah. If you have FHA, they put it on the side. And they try to compare and see how best they can go. But of course, they want to go with conventional loan because that is easier to deal with, and then there's less strings attached to that loan compared to the FHA loan, which is a government loan. And so most sellers tend to lean towards conventional loan than FHA loan. They will take FHA loan when they don't have no conventional. They will take everything. FHA loan is a good loan, yeah, but just when they don't have no choice, they have to just go for the FHA loan. Yeah, definitely. But from my own experience, I see sellers gravitating more towards conventional loan first before FHA loan. From my own experience all the years. And I've been in the business for the past, 16 years, 16, 17 years? Yeah. And that's, from my experience, that's what's been happening. Yeah. So you got to make sure now. So in order to be qualified to get a conventional loan, all loans are good, but you got each one got their own category. And I also talk about that in a previous program. So you got to meet certain categories to fit certain loan. You see, like the VA loan. Not anybody can get a VA loan. The veteran loan, that's the veteran loan. Not anybody. You have to be a veteran in order to get a veteran loan. Definitely. And the VA loan is 100% financing. So the VA will give you 100% coverage. But the other loans, you have to put something down, all that stuff. You see? So, but for veterans, you have to be a veteran to get a veteran loan. Now, for VHDA, it's good for first-time home buyers. But it have its own restrictions, they have its own things you have to meet, criteria you have to meet in order to get it. But for first-time home buyer, VHDA be a good route to go because it helps you with your own down payment and closing costs and all that. So it'll be a fairly good route to go if you're a first-time home buyer when it comes to getting a loan. But again, some people go with conventional if you qualify for conventional. Some people go with FHA because you have 3% to put down or so it's less to put down. So they find themselves going that route. So it's very good and very important to know the loan, the various loans, which one you qualify for and which one to deal with, which one to move forward with. So that's another thing you need to be educated when you're speaking with your lender. Because before you start, when you're talking with a realtor, before the realtor can take you out to look at any property, he wants to see that pre-approval letter. He has to know what you are qualified for, so you can know what price range to search and which price to go out and look for that property. Because you can't go out and look for a property in $500,000 when you qualify for $300,000. You're wasting my time, using your own time. So the realtor wants to know, and you self need to know how much you qualify for in order to start looking in that price range. And it does not mean that because you qualify for $400,000, that means you must buy a $400,000 house. No. Even though in this market right now, you can't find no decent, real good single family with a $200,000. You can't find that right now. You can't find that. But I tell you, it's good to know what you qualify for, to know your price range and how you want to go about it. So the kind of loan is very important. The price is very important. The next thing that's important is the funding. Do you have enough funds laid aside for the down payment and closing costs? Do you have enough funds laid aside so you can go above the asking price and be able to prepare to go that route? You see? So you got to make sure you do your homework where we want to purchase a property, especially in this market right now. Yeah. Make sure you have saved enough money. Because if the house is $300,000 in this market right now, don't try to offer $300,000 or below $300,000 because then your chance of getting that house will be very, very slim. You gotta have enough money that you make sure you can go above that $300,000 to make an offer that will be taken consideration. Because just down to 10 chances, every other offer will be above $300,000. And your offer to be considered to move forward with that price, you have to step it up too. If you don't step it up to the next level, you will not get that property. That's why a lot of buyers, they get frustrated. And they get frustrated not because the realtor not doing what they're supposed to do. No. It's because let me be careful of the words. Where they find themselves, they find themselves in a very tight budget, and it makes it more difficult for them to be easily considered, So whenever the realtor places an offer for them, submit an offer in their behalf, most times they are not considered because they cannot go high above the asking price to make an offer. The loan they have is either maybe conventional, and that conventional is FHA, and seller looking for conventional, so seller will take that over the loan, and then They keep going from one property to the next, one property to the next, looking continuously. It cannot be accepted. So, my advice to all of you buyers out there, prospective buyers, make sure you do your homework well. Make sure you are well prepared to purchase a property. Make sure you'll be able to step up. You'll be able to step up and be able to meet up with what's going on in the market to be able to accept it, for the offer to be accepted in that market. So do it well, and definitely your offer will be accepted. Now, another thing that make a good offer in a seller's market when the competition is very stiff, 9 out of 10 times people are waiving contingencies. I've said this before. When the competition is stiff, people waive the contingencies. And the key contingencies are the home inspection contingency and the appraisal contingency. Because when you're going above the asking price, when you're going way above the asking price, and that house don't appraise for that price that you making offer for, are you willing to step up to pay the difference in that price? Can you afford it? You see? So if you're going above the asking price, you got to make sure you are prepared enough to be able to waive that appraisal contingency. So then the seller knows that whether the house appraised or not, you got to worry about that. Because you will step up and pay the difference. Yes. Then, of course, then you show your offer will be considered. Your offer will be way up there in demand and will be considered. Because the seller knows by then it's not his worries. They're not his business. Whatever he appraised for, that you're in no business. They're not his business. So whether it reached that value, good, then be good. You got to worry. But if it's below that value, then you got to make that difference. You see that? So be prepared in the seller's market. To make a good offer, it means sometimes you have to waive your contingency. You don't necessarily have to do it sometimes, but sometimes again you have to do it, especially when the competition is stiff and you got a lot of offers coming in. Some of those offers are waiving contingencies. I'm telling you that. Honestly. So they waive, they would do the home inspection contingency for informational purposes, just to know the condition of the house. And if anything wrong with it, if they really like the house, they say, okay, I will take the responsibility of fixing it. You got to worry with the seller. Because normally, if you do a home inspection, if something wrong, you present it to the listing agent. The listing agent take it to the seller, and they see how best they can resolve that issue. But when the competition is stiff, and you tell a seller, oh, don't worry, I will take care of that. I will be prepared to do any repairs. I will take it as is. Oh, then you're the one that people are looking for. Then your offer will be on top. It'll be way on top. Yeah. You see? But I mean, these are gonna make a very good offer in the seller's market. Yeah, I'm just trying to throw some of these things. And then also, because some sellers they don't like to extend the closing date so low, far off. You know, they take that into consideration too. So if you can close in a reasonable time, it puts you in a better position too. So that's something you can need to consider too. Yeah. So, in short, there are a few elements that you really need to take in consideration, especially in this seller's market, if you want your offer to be considered. First, you got to make sure the kind of loan you got. If it's conventional, you're in a better position because sellers are looking for conventional loan first. Look at the price that you want to offer. Is it above and beyond? Is it something that will make the seller jump when he see it? And make sure you give it consideration. The next thing, you gotta make sure you have enough funds reserved to make sure you be able to meet the demands of that particular transaction. So you gotta make sure you do that. And then you gotta be prepared to another with the contingencies in order to be considered. And then lastly, you gotta make sure that your closing date is in a reasonable time, and make sure you have enough money for your closing costs. In a seller's market, don't try to ask for a seller's contribution. It will not work. I'm telling you now. So that's what you need to know. when you in a seller's market, you want to make an offer, don't say think about it. That not being considered. Don't say in a seller's market, sellers don't give help. No seller contribution. Seller will not give you any seller because they're looking for the highest and best offer. They're looking for the offer that waiving all the contingency, and looking for offers that don't want any help. That's what they're looking for. So you have this kind of offer. If you have this kind of offer, that good price, a good loan type, you have enough funds, some funds, you have enough funds to be able to step up to the plate for the appraisal. You're not asking the seller for any closing help, and you're closing in a reasonable time period. Man, you got a deal. Then you are the man. You are the one they're looking for. Then you sure your offer will be considered. So these are some of the points. I just trying to educate you. Things you need to take into consideration when you are placing an offer in a seller's market where the competition is stiff. These are some of the key things you need to take into consideration. So I hope this episode of the program will be at least helpful to you. You got to make sure, again, taking into consideration these key components that make a good offer in a seller's market, given what we find ourselves right now. You have to make sure, else your offer will not be accepted. You just be going from one place to the next, making offers, and it will not be considered. Because the things that the sellers are looking for, they are not found in your offer. They see in other offers, and they will take other offers over your offer. So, a hint to the wise, it's quite sufficient. He that have ears to hear, let them hear it. Do your homework well. Prepare well to get on the market, to look for houses to buy. And definitely once you prepare well, you do what you're supposed to do, your offer will be considered. Especially taking these points I just gave you into consideration before making an offer, definitely your offer will be highly considered. So if you have any questions, feel free to just put a comment in the box below. I will definitely get back to you at my earliest convenience, or give me a call or text me. My cell phone number is 302-310-0621. Again, my cell phone number is 302-310-0621. And my office direct number is 667-290-5051. Again, my office direct number is 667-290-5051. So call me or text me, and I will be glad to reach back out to you. If you don't get me, just leave a message, and I will definitely get back to you. I can assure you, I will get back to you. So call me, text me if you have any questions, or if you need any help, or you know anybody who needs any help, I'll be glad to sit and talk with them. And if need be, if they need my help to work with them, I'll be glad to work with them, give me their own situation, we'll discuss it, and see if it's a good fit. We'll definitely be glad to work with you, and make sure you can find a place that you can call home, that you can be for you and your family to go and enjoy, at least the comfort of that home. So thanks again for taking time off your busy schedule to at least be a part of our program. Please, always, we look forward to seeing you every Tuesday evening. And if you can make it on Tuesday evening, you can feel free to watch the replay during the course of the week. Watch the replay. Or share it with other people. Share it. Share it with people who you know that may be thinking about buying, selling now or in the near future. Share it with them, so they can be able to make an informed decision whenever they are ready to purchase a property or to even to sell a property. Because we go on from both sides, for selling and for buying. We talk on both aspects of the home buying process. So if you know anybody else who want to sell, look for the selling clip and share with them. If nobody want to buy any buying tips, share with them. Or call me, and I'll be glad to talk with you. Until then, until next week, Tuesday, at 6 o'clock, I'll say to you, have a wonderful evening, and enjoy the rest of your week. Even though it's springtime, it's still chilly, and I'm here calling for rain the rest of the week, but make best. This is the day the Lord have made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Make the best use of it. So, wish you the best, and I look forward to seeing you again next Tuesday or watching the clip whenever you have time. Bye for now. Enjoy the week. And it's your Umber 7 Lester Witherspoon saying bye for now. This is your realtor and investor. Take care and have a good time. Huh? Call me. I look forward to hearing from you.